Hello, my name is Ange of the Pumpkin Geek, and I'm just going to make a very quick video because, as you can see, the lighting is a bit paint. So you can't do anything about that. It is like 10 to 12 on a night yeah. So, as the video says, some Brexit thoughts, because I've avoided this topic for so long and now it has just become absolutely unavoidable. People's vote. I have mixed feelings on this. Part of me thinks that the vote should stand, but if it was a legal vote, and as proof has come out that vote leave sort of broke some laws, like election laws, then I feel it should be rerun on the basis that this time somebody should ensure that both sides are playing fair with regards to funding, and some actual details this time would be nice. Now, I'm not going to go along the lines that people didn't know what they were voting for. I mean, it's not as though we were told there was a plan or anything in place, but it would be nice to have some details still, even though we don't. And I wouldn't change the way I voted. I voted Remain. Given all that's come out, I would still vote Remain, but my family was split. Like, the older generation of my family voted to leave, and they have their own personal reasons for it, from controlling immigration right through to the classic take back control. We don't like Europe telling us what to do. And you know what? If that's their reasons, then who am I to argue against them? Because I found it is a pointless exercise. At the same time, that lighting's a bit better. At the same time, my reasons for voting Remain have not changed. I like the security of the laws that we have under the EU system, and I know that the Brexit bill sort of wrote them laws into UK law, but there's no guarantees that they're going to stay in UK law. I mean, only today 38 Degrees had a petition I haven't had a close look at, and I haven't saw the details, so they may be labouring under false pretences, and if they are, I will hold my hands up and say, yeah, okay, I got this wrong. But yeah, 38 Degrees today was sending out an email about like how the environment is going to be sort of like betrayed once we leave, and that is a concern of mine, as in I generally vote with the Greens on these things, but to be honest, I think what scares me more and what concerns me more is like we're so close to like the negotiations ending, and we are leaving on a set date regardless. I would just like some details that may reassure us, rather than what's coming. That angle is shit. There we go, that's the best I can do. Rather than having all of these, this is what happens under this scenario. How about somebody actually says, this is the scenario that we are now definitely going to be leaving under. And I know there's the checkers thing in place, but if Europe is saying that is never going to happen, I think Theresa May is probably flogging a dead horse a bit. And I have looked at the details, and when I did look at the details, I thought, yeah, you know what, that is probably the best we can hope for given the circumstances. But with Europe shooting it down and the prospect of leaving under no deal scenario, that does scare me, especially when you're hearing things like, the NHS is having to start stockpiling like very specific medications because we don't produce these things in the UK, and there's no way we're going to be able to produce these things in the UK in the time that we have. And I'm talking things like insulin, I'm talking things like plasma. I read a report via BuzzFeed recently, like it's things like aid medication. Now we're talking a serious public health concern if we go back to the horrible times of the 1980s where, you know, is it Prep H? PVP? I don't know, I can't remember the name of the medication, but you know, there's a medication that AIDS sufferers take now, and it makes it like not spreadable, not contagious. If we go back to the bad old days where like that has not got enough availability to give everyone or whatever, and it suddenly becomes a concern again. Like, I didn't live through the first one, but I've read about it and I can only put myself in them people's shoes. Like, and it seems terrifying and grim. But like other concerns I have about, like, you know, food is just going to be sat like they're on about turning like certain motorways into like car parks whilst they try and process it through. Come on, government, give the public some reassurances about this, because I'm reading reports and it might be hyperbolic, like the army is going to step in to distribute food and medicines. And, you know, I don't think with the best will in the world anybody imagined that as a scenario when they voted leave. And I really hope that is not a scenario, and I hope that I can come back to this video in March with like a, okay, I was worrying about nothing, but realistically, you know, when the Tories are like on about, we're going to do this great festival of Brexit, but can't even find the money to like give public sector workers a pay rise. That's really, really concerning. And what's concerning me more is, like, at the moment, I couldn't with good conscience vote Labour. The anti-Semitism row is only one of the things that I have issues with, and I know they're working to solve that, and, you know, it's probably too little too late. But at the same time, like, could I honestly see Corbyn as Prime Minister? No. Is he the lesser of two evils between him and Theresa May? Yes. Would I feel more secure having a third option in place? Oh, hell yes. Yes, I would. At the moment, it just feels like both parties are, like, the same when it comes to Brexit, and it's not going to dominate our policies forever, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, this is something that is going to affect me for possibly the rest of my life. I mean, I've read figures that state that some economists think it's going to take 50 years to get back to where we are now. In 50 years' time, I'm going to be, like, in my 80s. You know? That's not a reassuring thought. I just would like somebody to, like, actually say, this is the plan. This is what everybody's agreed to. Rather than Theresa May, flogging the dead horse of Chequers. Anyhow, this has been completely planned, as you can tell. But the good news is, where is it? I have my laptop back. The wonderful Skippy has fixed it. So this is going to be the last unedited video I'm hoping to put up, and I can go back to the videos that I actually had planned that required, like, editing, and I can start putting them up. So I'm hoping to do another video and get it up on Wednesday. Fingers crossed, but no guarantees in this life. But yeah, I've been Ange, and I'll see you next time. Bye.